So we are on, and we are in the identity shift experience. I'm going to share the slides, and I hope you see my slides now. Can you just give me a thumb up if you see my slides? Yes, no? Yes, okay, super. Okay, so identity shift experience. And I'd like to start by asking you, how many feel that you are capable of more, much more, than what your current reality reflects? So basically, more than what you're living. And that is more wealth, more ease, more fulfillment, more impact, more freedom, more life, more whatever it is that you want. I appreciate your thumbs up. I appreciate your hearts. And please let me know if it's you. Put one in the chat. If you believe you are capable of more than what you're living, more of everything. Super. So we're going to have fun. Obviously, the problem is that something still does not fully move the way it should, or you want to. And that's not because you're not intelligent enough. That's not because you're not capable enough. That's not because you're lazy, blocked, or broken. You don't need to be fixed. Because most people try to create a new reality while still remaining identified with the version of themselves that created the current one, the identity that they live right now. And identity is not psychology, is not mindset only, is not what's written on your card. It's not that you're a mother or a father or boy or a girl or black or white. It's structure. And you will be hearing me quite a bit talking about internal structure because that is the key. And you'll hopefully understand more of this tonight. So tonight is not about learning another strategy. It's not about motivation. It's not about discipline. It is about discovering why intelligent people remain attached to the life they no longer want, and experiencing. It is about experiencing what happens when that attachment begins to dissolve. It's not about forcing change. It's about inviting it, accepting it, allowing it, and enjoying it. Tonight is about beginning to create detachment from the identities and internal structures that no longer reflect who you truly are. So a different reality can finally become possible. And I am talking about a life in, with, ease, joy, fulfillment. Not as a one-off here and there, but all the time. And I see that you like that. I see the hearts. And I am talking about be more, do more, and have more. You've heard this before, but hopefully tonight you're going to get this to the next level of not just understanding, but feeling it, experiencing it. There is a universal frustration. So who has ever said, I know exactly what you do, but somehow I don't? And I guess you will go like, oh, yeah, it's me. That's why you're here, really. Who read the books, hired the coaches, the consultants, invested the thousands, understood even mindset, understood manifestation, or studied at least manifestation, and learned what to do? And I would like you to tell me one in the chat. No, not one, sorry. Three, because one was before. Type 3 in the chat if you are recognizing yourself in any of these things. And I see a lot of threes. Three, a lot. All of them, yes. So of course, you're here because you're still feeling something is not right. Something is still not moving or stuck. And you already know this, but I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. This isn't a knowledge problem. This isn't about laziness or procrastination. This isn't about lack of discipline. This isn't quite self-sabotage. And the reason why I say quite self-sabotage, because self-sabotage could be part of it, but we need to understand what self-sabotage actually is. This is, however, something much deeper, and it is happening, and it is preventing every single person on the planet from achieving more, from living a better life. And I'm happy that you're here because you're open to something that most people are like, oh, leave me alone, are afraid of. So we are starting now the identity shift experience, and this is about I can move. However, I want to share some information with you so that we are all at the same on the same page, and then we are going to do the shift, the identity recode, which I know attracted quite a few of you. So you probably have heard this. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And that first step is understanding yourself. That is not, I would say that is me saying, after I recognized that I personally invested $250,000 euros in courses, in programs, in whatever. And I achieved some bits and pieces, but I wasn't there because I had to be here with you right now. So the promise of this session is that obviously it is for you if you know what to do, but you're still not doing it. And we are going to release the invisible structures, keeping you attached to your current reality. And you are going to become safe to move into a bigger one. Because no matter what you do, if you don't feel safe to move, you are never going to move. And safety is one of the main things. And you will see how relatively easy it is to bring it on. So as I said, this is going to be an interactive experience. There will be a lot of questions, and I will want to get your feedback along the way. There will be Q&A at the end, and you will be invited to do certain things. Of course, if you are in a comfortable position like I am now in my office, you can do everything. If you are walking in the street or driving or whatever, please do only whatever is comfortable for you to do at that time. And I would invite you to be open, because what I do challenges people. And it's challenging the way you think before anything else. So my question to you is it okay if I challenge the way you think? And that is one, yes, it's okay. Two, no, it's not okay, in the chat. And I see the ones. Cool. I'm glad that no one is resisting this challenge. Okay, so this is me bragging about myself, but you'll see why I do that. I've seen the bragging in the Swedish Institute Summit. To be honest, I don't really like it. I'm going like, ooh. So it's only like one slide, very quick. I do teach in the Bayes Business School, where I did my MBA, and I'm also a mentor there. I interact with students, and I do visiting lecturers. I am an award-winning entrepreneur. I was the only woman and the only Romanian on the whole Wealth Masters tour with Robert Kiyosaki, on stage alongside Robert Kiyosaki. I did represent Tony Robbins, same as Daniel. Those of you who know he worked with Tony. I was voted in top 100 women in technology in Silicon Valley when I launched my tech startup quite a few years ago. And I'm a regular speaker in different podcasts and different TV shows in Romania. Now, the reason why I am sharing this is because I want you to know that I have a brain. Because if I challenge you and if I invite you to see things in a non-conventional way, you might go like, "Ooh, that's not really normal." Well, if you haven't seen it that way, it doesn't mean it's not normal. It just means you haven't seen it that way yet. It's not mainstream what we do now. It's quite new, quite pioneering. And that's why I'm grateful that you are here to listen to me or to be guided by me. Oh yeah, and I wrote two bestsellers, one on business and one on life. This is a certificate of appreciation, just so that you know that I am the true one. So this is a real certificate which I received from City University, which is a base business school is part of City University, and I'm also a mentor still of the Founder Institute in Silicon Valley, basically developing startups and helping create some unique, cool businesses. And I appreciate your likes. Now, this is where the real interesting stuff is. In January 2019, I separated from my partner, the father of my son, after 12 years together. And the relationship wasn't really working for the last 2 years. We were both unhappy, but we just couldn't get out. And we both knew it was the end, but we were just, the last 2 years, we were holding on for nothing really. Uh, Even though it was not the right relationship anymore, it was still the biggest pain I've ever experienced in my life. When I went bankrupt with business many, many years ago, that pushed me into learning business and being more smart. But this time, the pain was just unbearable. And I was crying every day. I was wondering, what do I do with my life? My business, I worked with about 60,000 entrepreneurs as a business mentor, and the business stopped. So basically, no one wanted to pay me any money whatsoever. I had no savings. I had no money in the bank. I had no income. And I was like, okay, I have to move out of this house with a kid, 8 years old. What do I do? Basically, kind of the street in London or moving in Romania. I did have a flat in Romania, but life costs money in Romania too. So how would I resolve the problem of expenses, and especially English school, international school for Sebastian, my son? And that's when I reached out to two of my participants in my business programs. Among 60,000, you can imagine there were loads of trainers, coaches, gurus, psychologists, therapists, you name it. But I always rejected that kind of help. I was like, no, I'm good. I'm logical. I can think. Just leave me alone. Now, logic wouldn't solve the suffering. So I went to two of them. They're both Romanian. One is Isabela Georgescu, and I did all her programs, about 10. The other one is Anishara Preda. Nobody knew about her, but I could see there was some spark in both of them. And she became my mentor, private mentor. And then we developed together about 50 programs, which we offered in Romanian for Romanians. But coming back to January 2019, I was like, okay, where do I live? My partner was looking for a house to rent, and I was not doing anything because I didn't have any money. So one day, I was that was June 2019. I was taking Sebastian, my son, on a different route to school, and I saw this house that you see on the screen. It was for sale. We lived in Chiswick, which is an affluent area in West London, very good for families and pretty expensive. And obviously, I wanted to be local for Sebastian to go to the same environment without disturbing his life. And I saw this house. As you can see, it's ugly. It's like a box, nothing special. You can see Sebastian in the picture, trying to open the gate. And I called the real estate agents, and I said, I want to see this house. Remember, I had no money, no income, no savings, and no way of making any money. And the real estate agents came, they showed me this house. I fell in love with it. And I thought, well, it's not that expensive because it looks as it is. And then they showed me another one. I was like, oh no, I don't like this one. They wanted to show me the third, and I was like, no, I'm going to buy this one. And I made an offer for this house. And by the end of the year, in December, I got the keys to this house and I became financially independent. And that happened because of what I transformed in myself, because of the shifts I've done with the help of these two ladies. I didn't really understand what I was doing. Thank you for the hearts, whoever gives them to me. I didn't know what was happening, but I could see happening. Within a week of doing what Anishara Prada said to me, I got out of the suffering. I was not crying anymore. I was not attached to him. So he was still going to women, he was sleeping somewhere else 4 or 5 nights a week. And initially it was devastating because he was giving other women what I wanted from him. And then within that week, it was like, okay, cool. You want to sleep somewhere else? Fine. I'm good with my life. It was 1 week. And obviously that meant something, and that was the start of working with Anishwara, because I was like, we have to give this to others. It's like life changing. And I've been through a lot of programs, and I've seen a lot. Nothing like what I did. Um, and as you can see in the picture, this is the house in 2023. I built this front entrance. I insulated with a grant, didn't pay for it. And I tell you how the grant worked, because it's relevant to this. So somehow I saw in a magazine in the neighborhood that government is sponsoring people that are in kind of need to insulate the houses. And there were some criteria there. And I was like, well, I don't qualify, but let me apply. And I applied, and I completely forgot about it. And then 6 months later or something, I receive a call. When can we come with the scaffolding to do your house? I'm like, what? No one checked my papers. If they did, they wouldn't have given me the grant. They came, they did the job. I paid nothing. And because they did, I was like, okay, let me do the front as well, because I want them to do the front together. And that's the car that I bought with my partner. And this is what I built in June 2025. I started using it, which is the office where I am now. So this is not a background, a fake background. This is my real office. And another thing, I in 2000, so that it started in 2019. 2020, August, 6th of August, I decided that I wanted a serious relationship in London, because I was like I was in between Romania and London, and I was like, no, I'm going to stay here, and I want a relationship here. 6th of August, I took that decision. 14th of September, so just a little bit more than a month, I met him. And that's Russ, that's my partner. And that picture is in August 2024 during the holiday. So not only that I met him, but he fulfilled all the criteria on my list, and there were loads of them. My friends were like, you're nuts, this man doesn't exist. And not only that, he fulfills all the criteria, but he has even more nice things which I never thought of putting on that list. So the question is, how is it possible? I was reading the comments, so cute. Yes, well, and my 4.5-year court case was resolved. Yes, Anna, after one recode, and it resolved her court case after 4.5 years. So these are real. It is happening, and that's why I'm here. That's why you are here, because it's new, it's different, and everybody deserves access to this. And that's why I'm doing this today. And hopefully you're going to join me later. Yeah, Anna says 1 session. Super. Thank you, Anna. And this is my son. He's not as little as he was in that picture. This picture was last year in February. He had 1 week off. He plays golf and he wants to do professional golf. And the first match, he was annoyed because he messed up. So we did a recode session, and it turned out his internal structure that was messing up until then, he was messing up either the first half or the second half. He plays very well. He can play very well, but he was only playing very well half of the time. And the other one was messed up. And the main thing that I remember from his internal structure at the time on golf was the fear that he gets bored. And if everything is nice and smooth, I get bored. Therefore, I have to mess it up to not get bored. That was, of course, not, he didn't think about it, he was not aware of it, but that's what came up in that recode session. We changed that, and bits and pieces of others. And that same week, he had, I think, 3 more competitions. He won £1,100 cash prize. He won a weekend in Rome, and some other bits and pieces. It's instant and it's that good. And I appreciate your hearts. And what I want you to understand, that these shifts are not random, they are precise. Nothing is random. Nothing that you are living right now is random. You see the neighbor messing with you, taking your parking space, or you see the colleague at work taking credit for your work, or whatever it is. They are not random. It's an internal structure in you that is making all of those. And you change that internal structure, then the reality changes. And I've been through loads. I only told you like very little from my whole ups and down and life. I'm 53, so I did live. I lost, I started a few businesses, successful, then stopped, etc. So house repossessed, all sorts of things that I've been through. And I see now why that happened, because I have a big mission. And every single event I've been through made possible for me to be the person that I am right now. And you want to know a secret? You have a big mission too. Why am I saying this? Because if you didn't have a big mission, there would have been something else in your way. I know that people who come my way have way more power than they think, or they see, or they realize, and they have big missions. I know this. I've seen it over and over again. Now, there are loads of people that have, well, everybody has a mission, but you are here to contribute in something bigger than you see, bigger than you can imagine right now. And I am going to read your comments. So, Danielle, I get bored. I resonate with this. Never thought of this. The more you listen to these things, the more you realize, like, oh, this and this and this and this. Never thought that way. So appreciate you saying that. Now, this is very small writing. Well, I see where you're heading. I allow myself only to have what I would like to have after I have solved a ton of accrued tasks. Of course, with the knowledge that had never got me anywhere anyway before. And Gabriela telling us and let us see how vulnerable you are. It's making you so special as you become. Thank you. Thank you for your comments. Uh, the reason why I'm telling you this is because, yeah, anyway, yeah. Um, because I know you relate to these. Everybody has been through ups and downs. But what's important is that not many people are open and willing to be challenged in the way they look at life. That's the key. That's the paradigm shift. It is a paradigm shift that we have to look at ourselves and life from completely different lenses. That's what I'm bringing you. So absolutely. Thank you for the comment. So yeah, you have a big mission. You just may not have it know yet. Uh, and during the summit, you've done a lot of work on what you want, objectives, clarity on where you're heading. So I want you to put in the chat now one thing that you would like. Simple, complex, it doesn't matter. Just one thing. I know you have loads of things that you want, but just one. Pick one and write it in the chat. Okay, so I see the answers. Oh, they keep moving. Health, wealth and health. The man who scammed me to return my money, to move my into my own house, romantic partner, financial freedom, my own house, appetite of life. I want to meet my husband and get married. A partner, health, uh, wealth, financial abundance, financial freedom, wealth and freedom, health, wealth, replace and increase my income via an online business so I can leave my job. I need to leave my job. Prosperity, wealth and freedom, love, constant money flow to my business, direction of my life, more love in my life, harmony and health, real mobility back, get my book published, freedom financially and more, health and abundance, health, financial independence, and a partner. Super. So you wrote a lot of the things that you want. Now, the question is, why are you not doing it? Why are you not having it? There is a but. What is the but? But it is not happening. But please fill in the but. To retire early and do what makes me happy, living in my mission and being an entrepreneur mentor. I want to fund my family trust with £17,000. Everyday tasks, the nitty-gritty, financial freedom to travel, okay, with the caravan in Europe. So now just tell me the but. I am working on it, financial responsibilities, 17 million, trying to figure it out. It is hard to find someone good as my romantic partner. But I have no time to leave and work on all these new skills because I'm working too many hours to survive. Overwhelmed, can't do my business. The everyday nitty-gritty is my but I don't know how. But it doesn't want to work out that I get married, feeling stuck and not knowing what to do else after I've done so much healing and progress already. But I never do something about this. I don't like to call the leads. Not enough time to do everything. Okay, so I appreciate you answering my question. You know what you want, and you know the but, you know what is stopping. So let's do now a very, very quick exercise. This is the first one. So you can see on the screen, there are two circles, and I would like you, I'll explain and then we'll do it. I would like you to imagine two circles in front of you. with the eyes closed, but we'll start when I say so. So one circle is going to be your current reality, whatever it is that you're living now. And the next circle will be the desired reality. So the life with that one thing that you have. So please close your eyes and do it with me. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Draw the two circles in front of you. The one to the left is the one with your current reality. And the one to the right is the desired reality. Now imagine you're stepping from where you are into the circle to the left with the current reality. Now, as you are in the circle with the current reality, imagine and you move into the one with the desired reality. And I hope you followed with me. You can open your eyes and tell me, how was it? How did it feel? How comfortable or uncomfortable it was? Which one was more challenging, if there was any? So easy to do, easy to move. Okay, let's see more. It's not easy for everyone. Someone has goosebumps. Easy to move. I got warmth. The new one is very comfortable. Smooth, easy. I don't want to leave the new one. Good. Start to smile. It's been easy to do, and I took the first circle with me to the second and felt some resistance. Thank you. Thank you. You know, you're not the only one who felt resistance. Everybody that was here with me present, I am sure there is some resistance. You like it, you think it was easy, but it wasn't. Lighter and empowering to be in the new one. The imagination inside the circles was difficult. Exactly. I changed it into my current room as it is, into my room as I wish it to be. The new one, good, but I hadn't time to imagine all I wanted there. The first was heavy. The second was very light. I felt the speed. I could breathe so much easier in the new one. Of course, because the new one is the one that makes sense for you. In my head, the color changed. I also felt a little insecure. Thank you for all your comments. So you could, with this exercise, it was super easy, super fast to do. However, you could see that there is a different feeling as you move. So that feeling is not random. That feeling is information, is telling you something about your internal structure. The first circle felt crowded and the second lighter and more clear. A voice was telling me I belong in the new one, but I can't reach it yet. That's where most people who are honest with themselves are. The second one, the desired reality, is what makes sense for everyone. So of course it feels good, but it's not that easy to get into. If you're honest with yourself, there is some kind of resistance. So why doesn't everyone simply walk from one to another? Everybody feeling the same. Why do you not feel the same in both? And why is it not easy to walk from where you are into one into the other? Sorrow on left, happiness on right. Okay. So the real answer is you cannot create a fundamentally different life from the same internal architecture. And the different feelings tell you that there is a different internal structure, architecture, that is required for that new reality. And most people are still emotionally attached to the identity that created this current reality, this current life, what you're experiencing right now. And that's not because you like it. That's because it feels safe. And I remember it was about a month ago. I was talking to someone, and we got into this like, oh yeah, so you can live better. Why would you want to suffer when it's possible not to? Because he understood that, okay, that's what I do. I help people dissolve the suffering. And he's like, you know what? Suffering is who I am. I can't even imagine leaving that. Just leave this to sink in with you. What it is that you can't imagine living behind. Like you cannot expect a 4K projection from a celluloid tape. I'm not sure I understand that. I don't think it's full English there. So what we want is to detach. We want to detach today from the inner structure that has created the life we have right now and is preventing us to move. We don't want to detach from everything. We want to detach only from what is preventing us to move. That's the first shift that we want to do today. So it's a great step to be done, and I have to take risk and to go to a new place. See, you see it, and I'm grateful for this comment. You see that as a risk. That is a danger for you. There is danger, perception of danger with moving, which is again in everybody. Everybody sees it in different way. So your structure of danger, it's no, your structure of fear is that there is danger out there in the move. Other people feel attached to the current reality because they might lose something or someone or themselves, or they might not know who they are, or they might not know how to live in a different way. So all of these are different elements of the structure. Not everybody has the same structure, and that's the beauty in the way I do this identity recode. There are different tools which I use, but what we are going to use today is going to be something that will help everyone. And my objective is that everyone will release that attachment, whatever the attachment is. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. Doubt that I deserve it. Super. So that is again a piece of your structure. Not everyone has that. Only some people have that. Used to struggle and survive. Of course, everybody lives in survival. That is the consciousness that every single human being on this planet has been living in. And you may say, oh no, but the billionaires and the millionaires, they have loads of money, so they are not worried. They're more worried than you, but you just don't know because you think if they have money, they are good. No, you're not. Yes, I had the idea after my divorce and my mother's death that I had to find my way back to who I was. My session with you showed me I am a new person in this new reality, closer to my real self. You are right. New is another way to see, and it's making the difference. I see now more than before. Super. That's my job. That's my job now, is to make you see more than before and to make the first step towards something much better than before. So I'm going to show you I'm afraid to not succeed despite how hard to do for the same reason. Thank you. That is your one piece of your structure. And I appreciate you all sharing here. Now, please stop with the sharing and we'll come back to the sharing because I want to focus on the on the slides. So this is the quickest that I can explain this. Everybody is looking for strategies. Everybody deploys strategies. And strategy is not just in business, strategy is in everyday life. My strategy to get money is to get a job. My strategy to get to work is to use public transport. My strategy to release is to do meditation every day. You see what I mean with the strategy. It's not just business word. And of course, they want to achieve certain results doing the action, whatever the action is linked with that strategy. So if meditation is to release stress is your strategy, then action is doing the meditation. But most people don't get the results that they want. They get some, they get partial, they get for a little while, but not consistent and not permanent and not the whole thing. Do you agree with this? Yes or no? 1, yes, 2, no. So I see the yeses. Okay. Now, as you can see on the pyramid, the screen, the pyramid has 4 facets. And the strategy and the action are the ones that you can see, everybody can see. There are 2 facets behind that nobody can see until you see. And those are the ones that influence the results. It's not the strategy alone, it's not the action alone. It's not action and strategy together. It's the facets behind. Now, before I show you that, the top of the pyramid is clarity. And you've heard about clarity a lot during the summit. The facets behind are identity and energy. I don't want to get into details with this because it's not the scope of this session. But if you continue working with me and if you continue your journey, then I do one workshop on identity alone because it's the internal structure, the real. And it's to identify your own identity, your own internal structure that is messing with your life and what needs to be replaced with so that you get what you want. That's one full workshop on that identity. Now, I only wanted you to know, to have just a quick glance in this. And I call this alignment architecture. Oh, and there is one more piece. The piece at the bottom is now, because literally now is the decision. Now is the action. It's not tomorrow that you decide. It's now that you decide. It's now that you do. So the alignment architecture is basically all of these aligned towards what you want. Because if they are not aligned, if one pulls in a different direction, then you don't get what you want. You get what you get and you don't like. So that leads me to what we had a little bit of a chat around, the current operating system, what I call the old human. Everybody on the planet, as far as I know or can see, is living as an old human with an operating system that is no longer serving. And I unpacked it. I unpacked this operating system, what I developed that methodology, the origin seeds matrix, but that's part of the workshop and was the identity. So what I want you to see and go through in your head, people want abundance, but operate in scarcity. People want freedom, but they operate in fear. They want expansion, but they operate in protection. They want fulfillment, but they operate in achievement. 2 different things. A lot of the high achievers achieve a lot of the things, but they don't feel fulfilled because it's 2 different elements. And they want to thrive, but they still operate in survival. And I saw earlier one of the comments was, I've done so much healing. If you operate in healing and if your focus is on healing, that means you're ill. That means you need to be fixed. That means there is something wrong with you. That's the old human. There is something wrong with me, humanity, people, and it has to be fixed. And I see your heart, so that means you like this. So I have a question for you, which is a rhetorical question. I don't really expect you to answer, but I want you to think about it. How can one create a thriving life when the operating system is still optimized for survival? Because that's all we were taught, trained to do. We only learned to optimize our system, internal system, to survive. It's not a bad thing to know to survive, because obviously you don't want to jump off a cliff. But that energy, that structure of survival is a major part of what is preventing us to live a life of our dreams and way beyond. And I showed you the shifts that happened in my life. Everybody can have those shifts when you shift the internal structure. It's not possible. What is not possible? Because I only look at the comment now, Natasha. You will fail over and over again. You cannot. You can't create a different reality from that point. So all of this, it is not possible. You will fail over and over again. Are the answers to this? Oh, okay, you're answering this rhetorical question. Thank you. So that was a rhetorical question because it was obvious that it is not possible to create a thriving life when you operate being optimized in survival, and you answer that. So we're on the same page. Super. An answer to your current question. Thank you. I was not expecting you to answer this question. So, the possible future, it's the new human, what I call the new human. And the new human is happy, fulfilled, wealthy, healthy, and free. And I mentioned in the group, everybody's chasing freedom through money. Everybody believes that more money gives more freedom. Money gives options, more money gives more options, but freedom doesn't come from more money. A little piece, only a tiny piece. Freedom is something that you have within, in your operating system. There is a structure of freedom inside. Most people, everybody, don't have that structure because the old human doesn't have the structure of freedom. And if you think about it, there are so many constraints. Everybody has constraints. Constraints means no freedom. So the old way of living, thinking, looking at life is impossible to be free. Are you with me on this one? Yes, no? Agree, not agree? 1 if you agree, 2 if you disagree. Okay, so I see the ones. Okay, so this is why I created the new human experience. And this is the next step that I invite you to do with me, which will be in September, because it's the new human is something that you bring into your awareness, you bring into your consciousness, you see as someone is showing you. This is not from the book. I have not read any book on new human, and I don't think that anybody knows what the new human is. I believe we together are creating a new world, and the world will depend on the internal structure that we created from. So I want the new world that we are developing to be the new human world, the one where everybody's happy, fulfilled, healthy, wealthy, and free. and just lives a joyful life. And that's why we're here. That's why I am here. That's my, not my mission, that's my calling. Not just to show you that it's possible, but to lead you the way. I believe I am probably around 80% in new human. So I'm not claiming I'm 100%. I don't know anyone that is now 100%. But I am probably 90% out of the old human. So that's why I believe I am the right person to guide you into this, because it's new. I am a pioneer and I've always been a pioneer. It looks like that's been the story of my life, to be a pioneer, to step into new territories. I have a question from Daniela. How can you see your life in high resolution when your operating system has still the architecture of a VHS player instead of Blu-ray? Exactly. That's perfect. That's a perfect question for whoever is old enough, like me and you, probably, to know what a VHS player is. So the new experience, the new human experience is completely different understanding of being human. And that's what I will bring to you in this. And it's only 3 hours. You get it. It's not complicated. It's very simple once you see it. I've spent years mapping the invisible structures that create human suffering, because I told you my objective was to get out of suffering when I got out of this, when I was in the mess. And that's how I got into all of this. And what emerged from my transformation and from my work with others wasn't another mindset model. I don't work at mindset only. I work at mindset level, but with all the underlying structures within the human being. So it's a completely different operating system. It's not just a way of thinking that is different. It's the whole operation that is different, with different behaviors, different attitudes, different needs, different wants, that make sense for what is coming next for humanity. So now a question is old human versus new human. And I invite you to look around, because I don't want you to believe everything I tell you. And I want you to think about people that are in your circle, family, friends, colleagues at work, clients, whoever you interact with. And I want you to tell me how many, percentage-wise, how many people live in survival? What's the percentage of people around you that live in survival? So I see from 80 to 90 to all of them, 99 probably all, 80, 90, 90, all of them one way or another. Exactly. All of them one way or another. I agree with this. So the next question is, how many live happy? How many live the life that they want, happy and fulfilled? So answer this question, please. None, none, zero. One person I know, super. I also know two people that are almost there. I consider myself one of the three, so me and two more. Very few. Some. My mom, super, well done, her. Okay, now the next question is, how many live the life they want, happy and fulfilled all the time? Without problems, without stress, without shouting, without angriness, without ugh. And the answer is none. So now you see no one. 0.3, I like that. None. So now you see that everybody on planet Earth lives in as old human. The new human is what we are creating. And as we move away from the old human, we enter into the new human, our life starts to change. Now, the reason why I want you to see this is because I am talking about great life. And you look like, fuck, I still have to work for money. Oh, fuck, but I can't go on holiday because my boss gave me this project. And with that, that is normal in your life and that is normal in everybody's life around you. It's very hard to accept the idea that there is another way. Do you see that? Do you agree with me? Who can accept the idea of there is another way? The new human. Say one if you accept it, and say two if you don't accept it. Wow. Okay, so we have one person that said two. Thank you. Most of everybody else said one. Hard to see how, but it sounds great. That's why you're here. And that's what we will do if you choose to come with me in the next one. We will go into the new human. One, the path of least resistance. Exactly. That is possible. But for that, you need to change your identity, your internal structure. Actually, I agree with Anika. What did Anika say? Hard to see, but it sounds great. Okay, that's fine. It's very hard to see. I totally agree because you have not seen anyone living like that. But I said again, from the very beginning, I'm challenging the way you think. And I said again, I have a brain and I'm still in this world with people, institutions, structures, logic. So I'm not in cuckoo land. And that's why I made that introduction with me, because you can have both. You can be in the physical structure that you want to be, or the material world, uh, experiencing it in the new way as the new human. I now see some people who live like that as I change my circle. Super. Exactly. You have to get out of your circle to be able to see that because, you know, your circle, but I am an imposter in that circle for now, but you won't be. So that's what we will do in the new human experience. Now, let's look at the world's models. So who are our models in today's world? And I picked one that you'll go like, oh, why did you start with him? Bill Gates, right? It's a lot of controversy around him, but he's still a billionaire. And the reason why I picked him, I'm not saying it's good, it's bad, I don't want to debate that kind of stuff, but the reason why I picked him is because I heard someone who had been on a yacht with him for 2 weeks, and he said he constantly travels with two doctors all the time with him. What kind of life is that as a billionaire to not be healthy and to have to travel with two doctors? What kind of power does one have if he needs somebody else to take care of his physical body? Just think about it. Did you develop some kind of emergency brake to stop your mind running when it starts again out of habit? No, my mind doesn't run anymore because I recoded it. And that's what I invite you to do as well. Karma. That's one karma, but it's loads more. He's in the dark place altogether. As I said, I don't want to debate that kind of thing. I agree with you. But let's look to the next, look at the next one. Who knows this one? Sadhguru. Bill has only the power of money. Exactly. So now you see that the money is not everything. And you outsource your power to other people to take care of you, even with that amount of money. affect our world enough. Will there be another session, as I was on different webinar and couldn't join before? Yes, we will do the same thing once again in September, but I'll give you the recording of this. Every session with Ozana stops the mind from running on that seed block anymore. Yeah, so once you recode one bit, that's it. It never comes back. It never bothers you again. I stopped worrying about my court case automatically before I got the news it was resolved. Perfect. And then your internal structure determine the outcome. No court case. It's done. Okay, so the second one, do you know Sadhguru? If anybody looks into the spiritual world from India, he's big. He has loads of followers and he's done loads of programs and a lot of people worship him. But I don't know if you noticed, I stopped following him a while back when I realized something, which again, I don't want to get into that. But I did do some courses with him before, and I thought he was genuinely good or keen to help people. And at some point, I think it was a year ago or whatever, he said I was out of the public domain for 6 months because I was in hospital. So it's not only the billionaire that has problems with health, it's the spiritual guru, one of the top 10 spiritual gurus in the world right now, has health issues. So he's still operating in the old, as an old human. Yeah, that's why I stopped following him. When he came to London and I went to his event, I was like, okay, unsubscribe. The third one, Mr. Trump. You can see his face. That's his major face or the main one on the internet. Again, he's not happy with all the money, all the power, all the position, everything that he has at his disposal. He creates chaos after chaos. And I'm not sure how many people love him versus how many people hate him. But he's clearly not in the new human. And you will laugh at the fourth one that I picked. Trump is playing crazy. Again, I don't want to discuss politics. I just want to show you these are the people that we should be looking up to, right? Because they are leaders. They are the most famous people in the world-ish in different domains. Are you always healthy in the new world model? Yes, absolutely. Sometimes I have this when I speak too much. I have one issue. The only health issue I have is my digestion, which I haven't quite figured out yet. And I made some, let's say, progress, but I haven't resolved it. Other than my digestion, I have not had any problem at all. Since the pandemic, I was in bed 2 days. I couldn't get out of the bed for 2 days. And I know it was an energetic attack. But other than that, because it just didn't feel like anything. Other than that, I have been healthy all the time. And I have energy all the time. And I don't need as much sleep as I used to. Because with the process, you bring your energy back. But that's, again, an explanation for the next piece. So I believe Trump has a mission as a disruptor, but yes, he lives in old human. Yeah, I don't agree with. I actually agree with you that he is a disruptor and the chaos creator. He needs to destroy the things. Yes, Richard Branson seems happy. I agree. He seems happy. I don't know anything about him, and I didn't know anything about Bill Gates unless that person said I had that experience with him on a yacht, and I know how he lives. I didn't know about Sadhguru until I watched a video randomly, and he said I was out of the public space because of this. So I don't know anything about Richard Branson, but I picked one person that I know quite a little bit about, and that's Tony Robbins. I told you I represented Tony Robbins, and after the pandemic, I was one of the partners I brought few hundred Romanians for the event, and the registration for the diamond and solitaire tickets, which are the most expensive tickets, like people pay 10,000, 5,000, 10,000, whatever dollars to be in those seats. It didn't work. And it was absolute chaos. And he was fuming. He was so angry. Uh, and everybody was afraid of him. Everybody was afraid of him because he was so angry. Tony gets angry. Yes, absolutely. And he even mentioned it on stage. And he put it in a very nice way. He said, look, when you work on your psychology or whatever, his message, even when shit happens and you get angry, you know how to manage it. And that's fine. But managing angriness is the old way, the old human. In the new human, there is no anger at all. Who would like to live life without any angriness at all? He earns too much for a guy in his position. He should give more. I don't want to judge anyone. I don't want to comment. I'm only presenting you the world's models, different categories. Okay, so me, who wants to live without angriness. It was difficult for Tony to create peace with Israel's now. He's working on it. Again, I don't know anything about that, but thank you for the sharing. Help me be that way. Me. Yes. So, Daniela, and she is here with us. She said to me, Ozana, after she experienced few sessions with me, she said, well, you do all these sessions in groups as well. Why don't you do a session on angriness? Because I see people angry everywhere, in traffic, at work, and everywhere people are angry, like, ah. And I said to her, I can't, because every single person has a huge structure internally that produces that angriness. And the structure is different for every person. One session is not enough as a group session to get rid of the angriness. The reason for angriness, there are so many reasons why people are angry. Angriness is basically the result of all the experiences that people have and they don't like. So we have to do a lot of recode to be able to get to live without angriness. I personally get angry maybe twice a year now. And that's been for the past maybe 3-4 years. Okay, so the question is, who can guide you to the new human? Because these people can't. And guess what? These people, or people, gurus, have trained people to live better in the old operating system. None of them sees, understands, lives in the new human, and they don't want to, because they created a big life, a good life financially, or with significance, with respect, with the power, with whatever they achieved, which they wanted to, in the old way. So they don't have any incentive to move into the new way. We have the incentives to move into the new way. You and Jesus, I was thinking about it. I am absolutely thrilled to be watching The Chosen right now. Right now, I'm watching that series. I don't really watch TV with my partner. We pick few shows here and there. He likes to watch TV, so he got me into watching more than I normally do. And we watch together. I never watch on my own, but we watch together. And I was thinking about it today. Why am I so keen on seeing the Jesus movie, the Chosen. And I realized Jesus is, it's not going to come back as a human, I believe, but the Jesus, the Christ consciousness is coming back. And I believe it is already here. It's not that it will, it is. And I believe every single one of us has access to that consciousness. So I guide you, you will guide others, others will guide others. And that's how from one to another, we can bring this consciousness on planet Earth. And then eventually, because the Bible says 1,000 years in joy on planet Earth, I believe that's how we are going to get there. And I'm going to read your messages now. The chosen are not religious. Jesus let us free as consciousness. Thank you for this perspective, very revealing. So I am not religious. I am not spiritual. I look with an open eye at everything. I rejected religion because I believed it was about control. I figured it was about control. And I was like, why would I give you praise my authority? I rejected spirituality until I met these two ladies that, let's say, are in the spiritual field, but in a different way. And I understood the real deal. I studied quantum physics, and I am where I am now because I use different tools that are new. I got these tools in the last was after the pandemic, and I don't know that these tools had been before. Anishara developed this tool. She dictated me on the phone, and then eventually I packaged it in a way that we can now give to people. So Jesus will come back to the earth, but no one knows when. Even he doesn't know, just the Father in heaven. I believe the power is in us, and I believe the consciousness is in every single one of us, and it will be revealed to everyone at the moment that is right. If we do these recodes, obviously we will get there way faster than everybody else. Is this like quantum physics, the common field? Yes, it is. What I do incorporates my logic MBA thinking and strategic thinking with frequency, spirituality, quantum physics laws into something that I believe makes sense to be explained and passed on as knowledge together with the transformation. Because the people in the spiritual world are like, woo hoo hoo, they go there, but their solutions are incomplete. Because if they were complete, they would have money, they would be happy, and they will live proper lives. Most of the people in the spiritual world are like in the clouds. They live in camping or whatever. You get a point. They are not anchored in the material world. And when you work with logical brain, with understanding, with mind, together with the energetic part, with the internal structures, all the way to the roots, and the origin seeds matrix is all about the roots, that's when the magic happens. That's how you shift it very quickly. Otherwise, all the solutions are incomplete. That's my view. What you do is scientific. You just do it before the science can explain it. I was told by a scientist at the Human Consciousness and Science Conference last year in London. Thank you. Because I said, well, this is what I do. Can you explain? He's like, I know it's possible, but I can't explain it. And he was talking about other scientific stuff. Love your perspectives. Right. Sounds interesting. You're my kind. Thank you. Thank you for your comments. So, most people think about their lives like, I'm good. I don't, okay, most people realize they have problems and they want to change. And obviously you are here because you want to change something in your life. But a lot of the people go like, I'm good. It's just that this is happening. And I'll give you some examples from people that I met. Oh no, I'm good. My life is good. I earn good money. I have a good job. Everything is fine. Oh, it's just that my daughter is on drugs, and I don't know where to get her to get out of the drug addict thing. Another lady, she's a businesswoman. She has super successful business. Yeah. My life is good. Business is good. We're making loads of money. And her son, 22, 23 years old, died. That's not good. That's not life is good. It's just an illusion. Another one, I have to do something uh, for the money, which I don't like. My life is good. I'm zen. Oh, I'm in peace. Every day is wonderful. But I have to take care of this old man for money, and I don't like that. But if I don't do that, I have no money. Another one, many. I'm too busy. Therefore, oh yeah, that sounds interesting, but leave me alone because I have to focus on whatever. That's not life good. A friend of mine from the MBA, I asked her something about Sebastian. Oh, yeah, if she's a super high executive. And I asked her if Sebastian can do shadow work with her. Sebastian is now 16, my son, and just a few days to be with her. And she's like, Ozana, I deal with only with board members, and I can't bring him there, and I'm too busy. Time is the most precious currency. Okay. So you are trading your time for money and you're saying time is the most precious currency? Just something doesn't add up. But she's good. Her life is good because she's living comfortable financially and she's always in the executive lounges, always flies business class, etc. And the final one, I'm good, but my boss is stupid and that's why he fired me. And again, I heard that so many times. And if you don't recognize yourself in something like this, you're probably playing too small. So, does this make sense? Yes, no? Don't forget the souls, dear. We are souls and we have our bodies. I agree with you. That's why I'm saying the work at the root is in the soul. That's why my method works because we do the whole structure with the roots. Okay, super. So it makes sense. So I want to ask you, how much would it be worth to you to live as a new human? Money, write a number, an amount, whatever feels right for you. Priceless for me. Priceless. You don't have to do priceless again. Just put a number if you feel like a number. Priceless. Hard to say. Okay, thank you. 5 million pounds. Okay. Other numbers? I'm waiting for numbers, more numbers. 10,000 pounds a month, 110%, 7,000 pounds. It's not about the money. Yes, an annual income. Exactly. It's not about the money. It's a choice. It's a decision. It's you've seen it and it's your choice to go for it or not. Money is irrelevant. And I realized I had this aha yesterday. It might be a bit too far for you, for some of you. I realized I don't have any money. There are money in my bank account, but I don't have any money. There are money coming into my bank account, which I give to other people for something that I want. But is it really my money? I don't think so. It's just something that I can use. It's at my disposal. And when you start making these shifts, it is energy, yes. You realize that you were giving so much power to money and material things, which kept you trapped, or one of the things that kept you trapped in the, and keeps majority of the people trapped in the old human, is the fact that we give so much power to things that just are in our lives. They just come when we don't give them our power, when we know that the power is inside us. Does this make sense, or was that a bit too much for now? Yes, if it makes sense. One, if it makes sense. Two, if it's not for now. Okay, 1, 1. Can you say it again? 1, 2 makes sense. One, I did not quite understand. Yeah, let's continue this at the new human, because we have to build little by little. I'm giving you the result of my transformation over the past few years. So it sounds common. We all are manipulating energy, and this is translated to money. It's to discuss further. Yeah, it's to discuss. Let's discuss it further. So the new human experience is where you begin understanding why the old human operates in survival. So not only that it does, but why it does. And obviously it helped us do until now. Why people keep repeating and recreating the same reality. How the new human operates from an entirely different architecture, and the distinctions that separate the two operating systems, and you begin learning how to live from the new one. It's not an overnight process. You get it straight away, but then it's something to go towards, and that is a process. So in the new human experience, you also do the first step towards the new human. So we do a recode towards stepping into the new human, accepting the new human. And I want to show you 2 examples of how the new human life looks in day-to-day life. Just 2 changes in my life, for example. So you see on the screen, it's the picture of a rose in my garden. And it was sticking out. Like there were 2 pieces, 2 branches of the roses that were sticking out, and it was very difficult to pass through. And I was looking at them, like, oh, I'd like to change them, but I'm not very good with hands. So I was like, I hope that I will eventually mobilize myself. And then I will ask my partner when he comes, because we live together, but in 2 houses. So I live here, he lives in there, in his, and then we move. At the time, I was just myself here. And he came, and literally within an hour of him being here, he noticed the branches sticking out, and he went and attached them to the fence. And that's when I took the picture, without me asking him. It's a small, subtle difference, but it makes a difference in life. It's a little bit today, a little bit tomorrow, and so on. Life is easier. My son, exactly at the same time, my son, without me asking him, usually is like, oh, come on, Sebastian, please empty the dishwasher. Please empty the dishwasher. Oh, I forgot. Please don't go without emptying the dishwasher. Uh, Recently, he does it without me asking. These are little things that everybody can have in your life when you move towards the new human. People will surprise you in a pleasant way, in a nice way. And the other one, this is my office, which is there outside. And the whole summer when I was in the house or here, I used this office to work, to sunbathe. I was like sometimes sunbathing, doing 2 things in one day. A part of the day I would sunbathe, a part of the day I would work. If I feel like working more, I would work more or less, depending on the sun, the mood. And the thing is that you are in control of your time. Nobody else tells you when you're allowed to sunbathe and when you have to work. And There are no rules. You decide on your own rules. Life on your terms is this. The new human is the only way to live life on your terms, not about just the money and freedom business and being a coach wherever you want or trading from the world. That's just a piece of it. That's not the whole thing. You don't have any have to. Literally, your life is not run by any must. It's just choice. And no shame, no guilt that you do what you're not supposed to do. I don't care if I sunbathe at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock or the whole day if I want to. I don't feel bad. I just feel good. And you can see the suntan. This is English suntan. We didn't go on holiday yet. Um, so are you now ready for the identity shift? Because I did speak quite a bit. Any questions, any comments before we do the identity shift? Is your partner also in the new human and your son? That's a very good question. We are all moving towards new human. My partner understands everything that I talk about. He also reflects back to me certain things, which he notices about me not being a new human. He is unique from the point of view that he's the only person I've ever met that when he decides to make a shift, an identity shift, he just does it. Literally. He decides it's done forever. He doesn't need any of my tools. We did a lot of stuff together, but at this moment, he doesn't need me to do anything. However, he doesn't decide on many things yet. He knows they're there. He knows what he needs to do, by the way, but he's not doing it on everything. He does on certain things, but not on all. He has his journey and there is no pressure, there is no expectation. He does it in his way and in his time, I do it in my time. For me, it's my mission, it's my calling, it's my purpose, it's my life. That's all I care about. He cares about rugby and cricket and all sorts of other things. My son, he came, that generation, my son is 16. I believe that these people, these kids that are young adults now, have already come on this planet with a lot more of the new human as an operating system. And if the parents don't put the old programming in, they are much better off. If they are left alone by the parents and detached, like for example, my son goes like, do you want to get a job? Do you want to make more money? No. Do you want to? No. So why do you not want more money? I do, but I want it with efficiency. What does it mean? Just comes. I don't want to struggle for it. Do I want to change that because I struggle for money? No. That's the new programming. That's the new human. It just comes with ease. And I'm not worried if it doesn't come. That's cool. I don't really know exactly what to teach my kid, but I am very aware to not put any of the programming from the old human into him. And every time my mom says something to him, she's old human fully. I go like, that's a perspective, but how about this? And she goes like, oh, you with your new futuristic way of thinking. Mom, I live now and I create a future. I don't want to repeat the past. So that's how we move. And he does accept to do some recodes with me. Not as much as I would like him to do, but there is no pressure because it's his decision, his life. So ready to start. Let's do ready to start. I know him. He's special. Thank you. He's so spiritual. He is the one that you invited in your life. Yes, thank you. I'm mentoring some Gen Z kids and confirm they have total different operating system. Your son chose you because you are a great soul and you know as he is asking. Thank you. Each day I learn from him. Yes, we can learn more from our kids than they can learn from us. I can get paid to exist. Can I get paid to exist? Of course. But Because you ask this question, you don't believe it. Therefore, you have to recode it to believe it. Okay, so I want you to close your eyes. This is just the preparation. So please close your eyes and take a deep breath in. Exhale. And just imagine you are walking tomorrow and you already have more money. You have much more money. Imagine you have better relationships. And if you're single and you want a partner, imagine you're already with that person, holding hands, walking together, being happy. If you have health problems, imagine you're healthy. You are full of energy, full of vitality. Imagine you're free. You live in freedom. You can do whatever you want in the way you want. You are the one who decides everything you live. Everything you ever wanted is already in your life. And just feel that a bit. And now pay attention to what disappears. Observe who are you no longer? What person are you no longer? Who would you judge? And who would judge you? Who would reject you? Who might leave you? What new responsibilities suddenly appear? What expectations change? And observe everything that is different. Observe what comes as a feeling, as a thought, as an image. And you can open your eyes and let me know. Let me know what you observed. If I missed any question, please post it again because I don't know what it is. So please come back, open your eyes. And what was different? Peace inside. Will there be repeated session as I have missed most? Yes. Clarity, acceptance, joy. Stress disappeared. No need to perform and prove or defend. The mess in life, loneliness gone, health issues gone, relief. I was a child running in a field, taking fruit when I wanted to eat, totally free and abundant, liberated. Peaceful state of mind instead of stress. Stop playing small. Joy of just being, less stress. I felt that it's okay to have fear while my future husband holds me in his arms, and that he helps me very gently to go through this fear, and that I get free of this fear. Love. Super. I am really grateful that you did this exercise with me. And I would like to ask you, if you have identified or felt or seen any fear about identity change. I am who I am always. And this is so right. Super. I didn't know how to do the second part. No, you didn't feel any fear. No fear. No fear, only peace. No, no fear, no fear. Okay, super. Again, thank you for doing this exercise. In what's coming, you will see or experience or observe that there is fear, and it's okay. But everybody has a different fear, and you are going to start to seeing the nuances and your internal structure around change. Many people are deeply attached to the very structures that create their suffering. And now you're going to loosen your current identity without feeling threatened. We don't want you to be threatened. We want you to be safe. So we're going to interrupt the old structure and create detachment from the identity generating the current reality. And we want to detach from I am this person into or towards I have been identifying as this person. Not changing the identity, but we want to create separation from it as the first step. And we are going to use compassion key in my way. So I went through a program to learn about the compassion key, but I am using it differently to what I learned there because, again, I felt it wasn't complete. Oh, okay. One question, and then we go into this, and then I will handle because I see we have 20 minutes left, and I want to complete this by the hour, and then I can stay with you and answer any question you want. So my question, you were talking about owning money versus having money at your disposal. I have only little money. I don't understand how it changes my life if I start saying I have only little money at my disposal. No, no, no. That it takes a bit longer to explain that, and um, I don't wanna explain this because I want to focus on the promise. If you want, we can stay at the end of the session, and I can we can talk about this. So okay, compassion key. We are going to go through a precise process of awareness, compassion, and energetic alignment. We interrupt old identity structures and create the conditions for profound internal recoding. This is not what most people in the spiritual industry or world know and do, like, oh, give compassion to yourself. It's not that. This is precision. This is recoding using, let's say, compassion frequency. So we access a deep state of compassion that allows identity structures, emotional imprints, and deeper consciousness patterns to release and reorganize. We want to release and reorganize in a conscious way, in a way that makes sense. And we want to see that, we want to recognize that. The process creates enough internal safety and coherence for the system to release and recode the structures shaping the current reality. So we're going to use 3 testing sentences. What you'll see on the screen are not affirmations, are not something we want to go towards, are testing. So we want to see with a score of 1 to 0 how much that sentence or that thing is present in our life. So if you feel not thinking, not as a wishful thinking, but as a feeling within you, that you have it fully in your life, the score is 10. If you feel that there is nothing of it, the score is 0. Don't lie. This is not a black and white exercise. This is not about, oh, I have 10, I'm good. This is about being honest with yourself and giving the score, whatever the number comes first, whatever the first number that comes, that's the score you want to put in. And in order to access the information from your core, rather than from your mind, We're going to do a little bit of breathing before. It's very quick, and hopefully you're now comfortable somewhere to be able to do that. So please close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Inhale, stop, hold it up, and release slowly. All the way down. Hold, and inhale again. Hold up. Focus on your breathing. Exhale slowly. Hold down. And the last inhale up. Hold. And release slowly. You can keep your eyes closed. And I am going to read the sentence for you. I am safe to detach from the identity that created my current reality. First number that comes, could be 2, could be 7, could be 9, could be whatever number. Say it again. I am safe to detach from the identity that created my current reality. With your eyes closed, take a nice breath in. Exhale. And say again, I am safe to detach from the identity that created my current reality. You can open your eyes. And what's the score? 9, 5. There is no right or wrong answer. It's only a testing sentence. 1, 10, 8. Basically, we have all the numbers. I'm not reading them, but it's just like everywhere. Okay. Thank you. Now, please stop. Do not answer this anymore. Just write down the number if you can on your piece of paper. Do not write in the chat anymore. And we're going to do the same. We have 2 more sentences. So again, please close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Keep your eyes closed. Be present with us. And say this second sentence. I am worthy of wealth, success, and opportunities without having to exhaust myself to receive them. I'll repeat 2 more times, and you repeat with me. And if you feel like opening your eyes to read, that's okay too. I am worthy of wealth, success, and opportunities without having to exhaust myself to receive them. Last one. I am worthy of wealth, success, and opportunities without having to exhaust myself to receive them. And now, please write the number. One is that I am very little prepared, and 10 is that I am fully prepared. It's not about being prepared. It's about having it, feeling it, experiencing it in your body, not in your head. Everybody wants 10 in their heads, but that's not about the head. It's how it feels in your body. And again, I see numbers everywhere, every number. Okay, we do the same for the third one, and that's the last one. I got tears into my eyes. Yes, I'm very happy you said that because you connected with that emotion. And that's the right answer. When you get that tears, you get the right answer. Now, I'm not saying that if you didn't get the tears, you don't get the right answer. But I'm very happy that you super deeply connected. Some people can, some people don't. Don't bother if you can't. Okay, and the third one, again, Deep breath. And exhale. I am safe to become someone greater than who I needed to be in order to survive. I repeat 2 more times. I am safe to become someone greater than who I needed to be in order to survive. Last one. I am safe to become someone greater than who I needed to be in order to survive. And you can open your eyes and write down the number. Connect with the heart. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Sarah. 3581537. So it's again everywhere. You can keep your numbers, write them down on a piece of paper. Hard to tell whether it came from the brain or the heart. Yes, I totally get it, and I'm happy you said that. For some people, it is very hard to tell. And a lot of the people, if it's your first experience with anything like this, most likely it's from the heart, from the brain. It takes a while to train, Joanna 11. It takes a while to train to connect with your core, with your body. And if you have never done it, it's most likely 10 from the brain. But that's okay. The third question kicked me out somehow. That's okay. It gave you an emotional reaction because there is something there for you that will shift right now. And I see that we have 11 minutes. Is it okay if we stay a bit longer after 9 or after whatever time it is? For me, it's 10 to 9. Can we stay a bit longer? Super cool. Yes, absolutely. Okay. Thank you. So we are going to now use this tool, Compassion Key, as I said, in my way. And I don't want to explain it, just do. It doesn't matter if you understand it or not at this stage, because obviously it takes some time to understand and process. And that's what I did. I had no idea what I was doing at the beginning, and it worked. So if you understand, fine. If you don't understand, that's fine as well. So imagine, I'm telling you what we do, and then I'm going to guide you to do it. It's a very short process. And imagine you connect with your higher self. Some of you have done it many times and you know how to do it. If you know how to do it, you do it in your own way. There is no right or wrong. Do it in your own way. If you've never done it before, and if you don't even know what higher self is, don't worry. Just imagine that there is a father in the sky or a creator in the sky, and imagine a beam of light that connects the father from the sky with you. And then you're going to focus on your core here and in your chest, and you are going to visualize if you can, or just at intention if you can't visualize. Connect this core with your heart chakra, which is very close to the core, and with the solar plexus, which is just above the belly button. One connection, one line connection to the heart, and one line connection to the solar plexus. And what we are going to do, I am going to say sentences that all start with "I am so sorry that you." Now, it's not about being sorry. It's not about being pitiful. It's not about regretting. It's just the way we access this compassion frequency. And it's the way that we give from the Father from the sky, the higher self, the creator, whatever you want to call it. We give compassion to the human. So you behave as if you are your higher self, sending compassion to you, the human. If you don't understand, just imagine you are the one in the sky, the mother or the father of you, the human, and sending compassion. At intention level, if you don't understand and if you can't do anything else. And you are going to repeat after me, out loud if you can, and if you are in a surrounding where you can't, you just put it in, you say it in your head. I am so sorry that you, and then whatever it will come. You say you and not I. Repeat exactly word by word as I say. So because it's the Father from the sky sending compassion and saying to you, the human, I am so sorry that you, human, have been through all of this, for example. And we are going to do several, that's like, let's say, different layers into this. We are going to give acknowledgement for where you are right now, because you did your best. You could, obviously, everybody did their best. That's all you knew. We are going to work on being stuck in the current identity. We are going to work on the resistance to change. And we are going to recode into bringing safety to step out of the current identity. Any questions? Anybody that is not clear, don't ask me why it works and what it means, just about the process. Because we are going to do it. How many times? Each sentence is going to be once. So I am going to say the sentence, and then I will pause, and you are going to say it. I wait for you to say it. Then I'm going to say another sentence, and then you say it. And it's a process. It's many sentences that we are going to be saying. How many sentences? I don't know. It's whatever comes. I don't have them scripted. I don't have them planned. It's from your awareness that will come to me. See? The need to control the process. Just allow, just follow. Can you repeat core, heart, and solar checking chakra, correct? So from your core, you connect with your heart chakra and with your solar plexus. Two connection lines, invisible, of course, or you make them in your mind visible. Here and here. So let's close our eyes. Connect with your higher self in your way, or if you have no way, imagine a beam of light creating the Father from the sky, your divine self, with you. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Connect from your core to the heart chakra and solar plexus. And please repeat after me. I'm so sorry you did the best you could. I'm so sorry you didn't know any other way. I'm so sorry you forgot. It was exactly right the way you did it. I'm so sorry you forgot. Everything you've done, it's perfect as it is. I'm so sorry you forgot. Everything you've lived is perfect as it is. I'm so sorry you couldn't move. I'm so sorry you were stuck. I'm so sorry you still feel stuck. I'm so sorry they kept you in survival all this time. I'm so sorry you didn't know any other way. I'm so sorry it was the blind leading the blind. I'm so sorry everyone was in survival. I'm so sorry they taught you to be in survival. I'm so sorry they taught you to be in fear. I'm so sorry you thought fear was real. I'm so sorry you're so scared. I'm so sorry you're so scared to leave your current identity behind. I'm so sorry you thought it was impossible to detach from who you thought you are. If you can't follow all the words, don't worry. Just carry on with the next. I'm so sorry you saw the world the only way that was available to you. I'm so sorry you couldn't see it in any other way. I'm so sorry it's so hard to change. I'm so sorry change is dangerous. I'm so sorry detaching from who you thought you were is dangerous. I'm so sorry moving is dangerous. I'm so sorry you're sad. I'm so sorry it took so long. I'm so sorry the hope was gone. I'm so sorry you lost any hope for a better future. I'm so sorry you thought it was impossible to change. I'm so sorry that's all there was. I'm so sorry you thought that was all there is. I'm so sorry you forgot you're safe to move. I'm so sorry you forgot you're safe to detach from who you thought you were. I'm so sorry you forgot there is no fear. I'm so sorry you forgot you are safe, protected, and you've always been. I'm so sorry you forgot all the change is for the better. I'm so sorry there was so much sorrow. I'm so sorry you don't know how to live without it. I'm so sorry you don't know who you are without it. I'm so sorry you forgot you are safe to step into the new reality. I'm so sorry you forgot you are safe to step into the new reality with grace, joy, and ease. I'm so sorry you thought it was hard. I'm so sorry you thought it's impossible for you to change. I'm so sorry you thought it was impossible for you to move. I'm so sorry you forgot. You are already in the movement. I'm so sorry you forgot. You're out of there. I'm so sorry you forgot you're safe to be out of there. I'm so sorry you forgot you're safe to keep moving. So let's take a deep breath in. So, how was it? How did you feel? Oh, too fast. You can do the recording. I'll give you the recording and then you can do it again and you can pause if you need to. I'm sweating. So this is the effect of recoding. My head is spinning. Emotional. I started crying. Amazing. Felt warm. I'm crying. I had a moment when I cried. Some sad memories came back. Sadness in some sentences. Crude. Crude? What does it mean? Crude. Sarah, can you explain that, please? I am touched. Uh, touching, tired. I am dizzy. A lot of heaviness went from up to down. Cried. Oh, cried. Okay. Uh, I yawn and my neck is stiff. Felt pain in my shoulder. My heart hurt at some sentences. Dizzy. Amazing. So I really appreciate tears. I also felt tension in shoulders sometimes. Very reflective and release. I recalled many things I moved out of. So I really appreciate that you did this with me. It takes courage, and I see a lot of you are here with me, and you did it. And everything that you said, it's absolutely normal. This is how I wouldn't say your body, I would say this is how your identity reacted to the transformation, to the shift. Thank you for the hearts. And if you have any tension or stiff or anything that you still feel pressure or ache, do some breathing and you exhale. And when you exhale, so you start with exhale. Exhale the tension in my shoulders. Inhale, I allow. Exhale the tension in my shoulders. Inhale, I allow, or whatever it is that you have. Exhale, stiff neck. Inhale, I allow. Whatever pain, exhale. Inhale is always I allow. So I see hearts. I felt pain, but by the end disappeared. Yes. That's so you feel in your body different things, and you now see you lived an experience where just some sentences which appear weird had that impact on your body, because obviously your body with your emotions, with your mind, they're all with your soul, with your spirit, they're all together, they're all in one whole being, interconnected. And just saying some words which don't mean really much has an impact on your whole being. That was your first identity recode. It's that simple, it's that quick. So how anybody still feels heaviness? Usually the heaviness that comes, especially here in the chest, during the process. When we stop the process, it goes. That shows that there is a lot of heaviness in your soul, really, that is ready to be released, is ready to be recoded. Yes, I still feel heaviness. Okay, so if you still feel heaviness, breathe out all the heaviness in me or in wherever it is, in my chest, in my shoulder, wherever you feel it, in my head, and inhale, I allow. And do this several times. So I exhale the heaviness in my body, inhale, I allow. You can also do I exhale resistance to change, inhale, I allow. Exhale resistance to change, inhale, I allow. Because all the stiffness is really resistance to change in your body. What can we expect from that as an effect? How often does this practice need to be repeated? But there is a lot of movement as well. That's good. If you feel the movement inside, that means you feel the energy moving. And many people who are more sensitive, they feel warmth, and someone did feel warmth in the feet, others in the heads, in the palms, or you feel like there is kind of electricity in your body. Anything you feel as a movement, it's the result of the energy moving. It's the result of the energy shifting inside you. I related to what you were saying. I recently realized this, and I'm amazed you were saying it tonight. Yes, because what I was saying, as I said, I didn't have any script. It was from your field. So I actually want you to tell me, and I will answer. So I will answer the what do you expect. But before, tell me how many, or percentage-wise, how many of the sentences felt true to you? Felt like, oh yeah, this is for me. 100%, 90%, 100%, most of them 90%. Super. It doesn't have to be 90% or 100%, it could be less. I did what most of you sent to me. Most of them, 60, thank you, 40, many, most, maybe, all, 80% one way or the other, always personalized, most of them, and you repeated some, 60%. Some of them, I could feel resistance in some of you, so that's why I had to repeat. 80, 20, well, you've done a lot of work, so hope it's good you have 20, Sarah. Yes, okay, so there is a question here. What can we expect from this as an effect, and how often does this practice need to be repeated? So every time, everything we've done now is permanent. However, it's for only for one aspect of your soul. And there could be more aspects of your soul where the same thing is relevant, but not from this point of view for what we've done now. And if you take it as a tool to do whatever comes to your mind, it will only help. You can't damage anything. There is nothing bad. It's only good. You don't have to repeat what we've done unless you feel like you missed too many of them. How often do you do this practice? If you can do it, and if you know how to do, you can do as much as you can. There is never too much. When I started, I was doing 2 days, 2 hours every day of something, a different tool. I have different tools, and this is just one of them. This is the easiest to move the energy to start with, and everybody feels something, and everybody can move, can obtain a shift. The shift, obviously, it's only to detach from the current reality. It's not to be who you're meant to be. That's a whole process. There was another question. Okay, what can we expect as an effect? That's what you will tell me. Observe, observe your thoughts, observe your emotions, observe your behavior, observe how you react or act, observe yourself in life. And some people can do that straight away. I couldn't. When I was told in the first time, observe your thoughts and your emotions, I was like, what? I want a jet and I want a yacht. How will that change? That's all I know. I could not see, I could not understand any of this thing. So for some people could be easy, for some people could be impossible, like it was for me at the beginning. But you see me now, so it's possible for everyone. It just takes some training and some process. And okay, so how do I know what aspect of my soul was affected tonight? You don't. It's too early for you to understand that the promise of the session was just to shift out of the attachment to the current reality. That was the promise, and that's what we achieved. We're going to test the effect of what we've done with the same sentences that we used before as testing, and you want to see the difference in the numbers. So you are going to write the number, the initial number, and the new number, and it could be the same and it could be different. And that's what we are going to test now. I have lots of questions. I hope you can stay. I'm happy to stay with you as much as you want. But I hope that you can stay with me, and I hope you can also join my new human experience, which I'm going to tell you how to do that. So how do I know? Okay. How would we know for which aspect of our soul? It's same thing. I wanted a relationship, but thought of an experience of work today when we were doing the practice. So, because if you thought of the work experience today when we were doing the practice, that means that that work experience and you wanted a relationship is showing you the inner structure in you that is preventing you from having that relationship that you want. That work experience, obviously, it's something that you didn't necessarily enjoy. It's putting light on like, hey, this needs to change. But we need someone to read the filled sentences. That's why I invite you to continue this journey with me. You could always record the sentences and then click play and heal yourself reading the sentences. Yes, you can do that, but you only need to do the sentences once. You don't need to repeat the same sentences again and again because it's done, but you need to go to the next one and the next one and the next one. So we scratched the threshold. Exactly. That's what we did. I'm sorry I need to leave. Thank you and thank everyone. Sure, no problem. So I hope you can still stay because there is still a little bit more explanation. And we still haven't finished the full exercise. So whoever left, you're missing something. That is another tool that I'm using. As I said, I've got loads of abilities, tools, whatever I want to call them, and I do my methods in my own way. So what we are going to do now, we are going to continue the recode. So we started changing the energy a little bit. And now we want to direct the energy towards what we want. Because we have a little bit of free energy. It's detached from the old stuff, and we can direct it towards something nice. So I prepared some downloads for you, and these are not affirmations. And these are not something that you can do on your own unless you have miraculous powers. Um, so there is a big difference between affirmations and downloads. Affirmation is something that you have on a piece of paper or you read with your mind and you hope that your mind will eventually get it. It won't. Downloads, it's like downloading a program in your body, in your whole being, and it works. So with that, but it works because I create the space and I guide you and I know what I'm doing. Other people could have some abilities, I don't know. But if you don't have the abilities, it's not going to work. So with the downloads, I'm going to read some sentences, and you're going to close your eyes, and you're going to imagine, if you want the downloads, for every single one of them, if you want it, only if you want it, you say yes. I know you will. You say yes, and you imagine a hologram of your body in front of you, like your body in front of you, imagine it. And you imagine little stars, shiny, bright light stars coming from the sky on your body, in your body, around your body, like a shower of little stars. And these little stars, installations, yes, they bring these, let's say, programs that we are going to download. 100% knows that I have to choose and to do it for my own good. Yeah, I could feel that. Yeah, so it's a choice. If you want to continue doing this and getting into the new human, you can do it with me. You can do it on your own. If I don't know, you probably can't do it on your own, because if you did, you wouldn't be here. Or you search to find other ways. I personally don't know any other way. I don't know anyone that can guide you into the new human other than my mentor, Anishwara Preda. But she does it in her way. I do it in my way. And she only speaks Romanian. So, are we clear with the downloads? You are a magician. I love this. Magic is something that we don't understand with the brain. It doesn't mean that it's not possible. And there are studies and there are people that explain, and I can explain all of it, but because it's just one session now, I want you to feel and have as much as possible of the transformation. And then as you move, you realize it's not magic, it's just you have the power. But you have to get through the process to get that. Okay, so no questions. It's basically very simple. Okay, so let's close our eyes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Be present with me. And for every sentence I'm going to say, if you want it, you say yes. I am safe to detach from the identity that created my current reality. If you want it, say yes. Visualize the little stars. I deserve to live a life that reflects who I truly am, not who I had to become to survive. If you want it, say yes. I am safe to become someone greater than who I needed to be in order to survive. Say yes if you want it. I am worthy of wealth, success, and opportunities without having to exhaust myself to receive them. I am safe to let go of the version of me built around struggle, pressure, sacrifice, or proving. I deserve to create success from alignment, not from fear, force, or over effort. I am safe to release identities that no longer reflect who I truly am. I am worthy of receiving more than I have ever allowed myself to hold before. I am safe to outgrow the identity that kept me emotionally, energetically, or financially stuck. I deserve to be seen beyond the roles I have performed for others. So please visualize, say yes for all of them that you want, and visualize the little stars. Let them come in your body, on your body, around your body. And you can open your eyes and let me know how it feels. You can come back, open your eyes. Bubbly. I feel so good, calm. I became sleepy. Yes, that's normal. I feel good and calm. That is normal, very relaxed. It felt really great, and I got filled up from toes to head with the stars. Perfect, well done. Sleepy too, that's okay. Yawning, nobody's yawning. Feels quite neutral, but the sentences were nice. It was a bit hard to imagine the stars first. It's the first experience with something like this for some of you. Don't worry, don't bother, don't beat yourself up. It's just the start, like dancing in the rain, happy. At first dizzy, headache, but calm. It feels so right to let it happen now. But you wrote in Swedish, I think. Sorry, don't understand, Kirsi. My head is still spinning. Love this. I feel joyfully delighted. Super. So I'm very happy that you experienced, you feel, and you feel the shift. I've been yawning. Yes, yawning is a great sign the whole time. Less stressed and calmer than I started. Calm, but some pressure in my heart. Again, let it go. Exhale, pressure in my heart. Inhale, I allow. It's only for a little while, few breathings, and it's gone. I feel asleep. That's fine. It's absolutely normal. Some people actually fall asleep. And I remember my first times when I was doing the workshops and I learning different techniques, I was falling asleep, but I wasn't fully asleep. The trainer could sense that I was still there, even though I was sleeping. It was a weird sleeping. Okay, so now we are going to do the testing for the same three sentences that we've done before. So, Gabi wasn't here. Okay. Please close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. And repeat after me. I am safe to detach from the identity that created my current reality. Once more, I am safe to detach from the identity that created my current reality. Write down the number and we go to the next one. I am worthy of wealth, success, and opportunities without having to exhaust myself to receive them. Again, I am worthy of wealth, success, and opportunities without having to exhaust myself to receive them. Just write down the number. And the third one, I am safe to become someone greater than who I needed to be in order to survive. Second and last, I am safe to become someone greater than who I needed to be in order to survive. And tell me the first score and the second one. Did it go up or down? How did it change? And if you want to write both, up, 100, 100 up, 100, both go up, up, up. Okay, so it looks like everyone got up. I have to go. Loved sharing. This was so many people starting their journey up. Super. So that was the idea with the sentences, so that it's not only that you felt during the experience that something was moving, but you also had the confirmation from the sentences or with the help of the sentences that the score went up. It doesn't matter where you started, it just matters that it moved upwards. All went up, and second time I actually saw the chords being cut. Perfect. Super. So um, I just want you to let me know who feels lighter now. You actually all told me that already. I do. Who feels suddenly more possibilities? Who realizes that your problem had nothing to do with motivation, really? So any of all of these, if it's you, just say yes, or me, of course. Yes, me. Super. Revealed, definitely. A bit. I approve to move on. Perfect. Yes, kind of. Okay. It's never the same for two people. Breathing, Betty. My heart is empty at the moment. My head is empty. That's very good. If your head is empty, it's very good. Because you manage to connect more with who you are rather than just live in your head. So can you now see that nothing outside of you changed, and yet something feels different? And that's because reality follows the identity. We've done an identity recode. You feel differently, and hopefully you will observe your life and your moves and your thoughts different. You'll see some differences from now on. I have difficult sleeping and I fell sleepy. That's good. One of my clients had difficulty sleeping, and she managed to sleep now with the recodes, but we did quite a few on that. So today was not about achieving your goals, as you know, not learning about new strategy or changing your life. It was about helping you to see one thing, that there is an invisible structure, or there are more invisible structures inside you, and they are far more powerful than willpower, motivation, or knowledge. Could you see that? Yes, no? Yes is one, no is two. Yes, absolutely, and many ones. Absolutely. Super. So, if knowing was enough, you would have already be living the life you want, but you know that that's not the case. And if effort was enough, most of humanity would already be fulfilled. But that's not the case. Today, we worked with one structure, the attachment to the identity that creates your current reality, which is linked to survival. If today experience created even one moment where you thought, now I understand why I have been stuck, and I believe you will find the next experience more fascinating, because today we looked at one structure. Next experience, the new human experience, we are going to be looking at the entire operating system. This is only one piece of a much bigger picture. I discover that people tend to operate from one or two different operating systems, as I said before. The old human is built around survival. The new human is built around conscious creation. And this little shift got you more conscious about what was inside you, because you connected to those sentences. You saw that there was something real in them, and you shifted them. What I found is that most people are trying to create the new human life while still operating from the old system and the old identity, which obviously we want to change. And as I said, I repeat that because it's very important. When I realized it, I was like, oh, fuck, I was doing that too. They want freedom, whilst unconsciously they choose safety. They want expansion, whilst they protect what they have. They want abundance while remaining attached to scarcity. They want to thrive, but they operate still in survival. They want a different reality while they remain the same person. And no amount of strategy can solve that, because the issue is not what they know, the issue is the internal operating system. And In the new human experience, that's why I created, as I told you, I'm going to guide you to discover the invisible operating system that may be shaping your decisions, your relationships, your money, your opportunities, your happiness, and ultimately the reality you experience every day. During this experience, you will discover the 7 fundamental differences between the 2 operating systems, where each of them is currently showing up in your life, and why certain areas of your life continue to feel harder than they should. And I am rushing because I'm aware of the time. You will begin to see that the patterns are universal, but the architecture is personal. And you could see even today that some had 100% match with those sentences, some had less percentages. So once you see it, everything starts to make sense in a completely different way. And if you like it, if you want it, you can go to my website, and I can even put the link on the screen. And before I tell you the price, how much would you pay for it? I'm going to I stop the screen so I get tell me in the chat, how much would you pay for it? How much would you be willing to invest in your new human? I need the link here. I will put it on the screen after you tell me. I have no idea, thousands. Now, when it comes to money, it's like, there is no right or wrong answer. I'm curious because this is the first time I ever do this journey. I created it completely new from scratch, and I want to get your feedback. So any number, don't feel ashamed by putting any number in there. 997, Caroline, pounds. No idea. Sharing again. Come on, guys. You live in a world where money still buys you stuff. No idea. 111. But the point is that I would have no idea how to pay it. No idea. 229, 100. Any number that comes to mind. You don't feel ashamed or that you put too little or too much, or 100, 300 euros, 250. Okay, so it's kind of going between 100 and 300, most of you, with some being very generous. So I offer this to you as a launch offer for $93. Is that fair? This is the point, 300. Very fair. It's 93. And you have the link here. Are we your first group? Yes. On this journey, you are the first group. And I designed it specifically for the people from the Swedish Institute. So that's the link. And go and sign up now. I will still talk, but go sign up now and you'll know why. The offer is still valid tomorrow or in 3 days' time, but it's better for you to sign up now. And trust me, if you trusted me so far, trust me that it's good to do it now. You have all the details on the thing. I set it up for 3 hours, but having seen that this one was 3 hours and I wanted this one to be 2 hours, I imagine that the other one will probably go to 4 hours. Maybe 5. I don't know. If there is, the link is here. If there are lots of questions, obviously it takes longer because I answer, but I can also leave the questions for the end. But I think was the interaction helpful for you? As in to see the questions from others and to get the answers to other people's questions. Was that useful for you? Is it possible also to pay with PayPal? It should be, to be honest, I don't know, because everything we do is new, including the payment tools. I don't know if Alex is with us now. If you want to pay and you can't pay, just message us and we'll organize it. It felt it was a bit too long. Okay, so the new human, then we will probably maybe take a break in between. We'll do 2 hours and then 2 hours probably. We can discuss on the group. The WhatsApp group is for you, and you can come again to the experience in September. You can bring more people if you found this useful and valuable. Invite your friends to register and then to come in the group, and we go as a group. And with the new human also there will be I call it a circle. I want us to move together as a group because I already feel good and I'm already close to being new human. But I want more people to be around. I want us to build a better life together. And you doing your piece, you bringing other people, they do their piece, and that's how we bring the new human into the humanity. Because otherwise, you see how the world is now. Okay, so thank you everyone who signed up. I will tell you why I asked you to sign up now in a minute. But I want to just wrap up this. So you don't need more information. You don't need more discipline. You don't even need more confidence. You need an identity that is safe to become the person your future requires, your desired future requires. When is the seminar? It's in September. But I'll do other dates because this is just a start, and I want to partner with Daniel to do more things. I can kind of see the logic with the old human, new human, but I'm not sure if I felt any change in my energies now. Does this still work for me, this work? It does. I did not feel any shift for quite a while because I was very rigid inside and all my energy was too stuck. I could see life changing, but I could not feel my mentor say, oh, you feel it here, you feel it. I was like, nothing. I was probably the most difficult to feel, to start feeling in the body, but it still works. Unfortunately, can't stop without PayPal. Send me a message. Send us a message, and Alex will sort out the PayPal because we can do PayPal as well. Okay, so tonight you experience that shift. The next step is learning how to live from it. And that's what we will do in the new human. And as you begin to see what it means to live as a new human, you might be thinking, and you already some like, oh, it does work for me. I could never be like that. That's what I would probably think. Because until you experience it, you can't really believe it. And my answer is yes, you can. And I've seen it with other clients. And I know that you will. Because the new human is not someone you become, is who you really are once the structures keeping you in survival mode collapse. And the real question isn't if you'll become that person. The real question is, how long will you wait? And the waiting comes with a cost. With sacrifice, drama, compromise, etc. I will write you as I'm not able to pay today. Please write to me. Everyone that wants to join, write to me. And what happened for you between January and December? I lived and I did recode. So every human being is moving in one direction. Everybody on planet Earth is moving in one direction towards greater awareness, towards greater freedom, even though it looks the opposite, towards their true nature. But some arrive through curiosity, through active decisions. Some arrive through more suffering. And that's decision that everyone needs to make. So now I will tell you why I asked you to sign up right now for the new human experience. And if you haven't signed up, please sign up now for the launch offer, which, as I said, is only $93. The reason why I asked you to sign up now is because I will give you free complimentary tickets. So you paid for one, and you can invite up to 5 of your friends, family, whoever you want to give this for, they can register for free. And yes, it is wow, because it is my first, and because my calling is for this to come to get to millions. And I want you to help me get to millions with this new way of living, with this paradigm shift. So if you haven't signed up, do it now to get these five people. So what else? Thank you. That is good price. I missed the beginning, but what I heard was interesting. I'm getting my head around it. I will give you access to the recording. Everyone will get access to the recording. How long is the launch offer for? The 93 will be until the program starts. But the 5 gifts are only available for you guys now. And whoever can't register now and emails me, you'll also get the 5 free tickets. That would be great, as I wish to listen from the beginning. Yes, you can. I'll send your team an email regarding email. Yes, please. I wrote the email to you and wait for the opportunity to pay with PayPal. Thank you. Will you be doing it in Romanian? I don't plan right now to do in Romanian because we've got loads of other things I've done in Romanian. I want this to be done only in English, at least for now. I don't know what the future will look like, and I can't make any promise. 2 more things. If you keep running away from truth, and that's from my partner, Russ, these things will always bother you. Whatever bothers you now will carry on bothering you. And if you run away from your evolution today, you will never stop running. You'll change country, you'll change jobs, you'll change relationships, but you'll continue running. If you go for it today, you will live a life that you never thought possible. And I hope that my many examples will show you that. And clients have similar experiences. So that was it. Thank you very much. And I'm happy to answer any question. He's right. He's very wise. So true. How do we email? Just respond to the message that you received from us with the link to this. So the 5 tickets mean this kind of start that we have done tonight. So the 5 tickets, this one is free. You can invite anybody you want to the next presentation I am going to do in September, and it's free for everybody. You can come again, anybody can come, and I want you to invite as many people as possible. The new human experience requires an investment. And the 5 tickets that I give to everyone who signed up today are for the new human experience. And I hope now it makes sense. Love you, appreciate you very much. Thank you. Thank you. So the ticket, okay. Thank you. I have emailed you. I will be paying at the beginning of August. If you can't pay now, if you want to pay later, that's fine. Email now to secure the 5 tickets. So you can then invite people. You find who you want to. You can invite 1, 2. You don't have to invite 5 if you don't. Thank you, Amin. Okay, so I am inside the page now. Thanks so much. You're very welcome. And I appreciate you and thank you as well, because this is a new journey for me. It's not just for you, it's for us together. And Daniel gave me this opportunity to start this journey, which is what I wanted to start for a while, but I was enjoying the sunshine in my garden more than this. And then I was like, no, now it's the time. Now is the time to do my calling. So now I'm like moving. And it's much more to discover, of course, and we can recode everything. Everything you don't like in your life can be recoded. Okay, so questions. 93, it's for 1 session only, 12 September. Yes, that is true. Should those additional 5 people almost go through this free session as well? They don't have to, but it's better if they do because we don't repeat the same thing. With me, I give this information here. I won't give this information there. We just move from one piece to the next. We go to the next level, or the next awareness, the next depth into everything I do. I don't repeat. Great vibe of the group. Thank you. This is beautiful. I'm so grateful you invited me to be part of this new journey. Thank you. Well done for taking that step to get going with this. I look forward to the journey. Thank you for all the nice messages. How long this 5 gift offer is valid for? between now and 12th of September. So you don't have to get them tomorrow to register. You speak to them, and if they like the recording, if they like the sound of me, if they like me, maybe not everybody likes. And if they want to evolve, of course, if they want a better life, then they can register between now and 12th of September anytime they want. I'm not clear what will be included in that session. It's the new human experience. It's the next step. You will understand the old human versus new human, the operating system. You will have much more awareness, and you will make another shift into the new human. Like we did a recode today, we will do another thing to get into, to open into the new human. I'm not promising you'll be a new human. That requires a lot more of the recode, but it's the start. It's the first step into being the new human. Does this make sense now? And I love your unlock your awesome, awesome. So you can also teach these things to your audiences, to your clients, to whoever you interact with. There is no copyright on anything. I know it's new, but I don't keep it for me. I want it to go out. I want this information, this awareness, and these changes to go out to people. So how far will we get during that session? Same as I promised here that you will move out of the current identity. The promise of that one is with much more explanation and awareness that you move into the new human. It's one step into the new human. Whatever that step means for everyone, I don't know. You will tell me. And then the next one will be the identity map, where you will see your structure. You will understand the origin seed matrix, which is my own methodology, and we will use that so that you see your inside you. That will be super cool as well. So unfortunately, my mother doesn't speak English. Can you provide auto translation captions on Zoom? To be honest, I don't know how that works. I am open to anyone if you know technology and if you know how to set them up. I'm very happy to organize that. I am already, well, what is it? How I'm already in, but I just wish to know how many steps are in total. It's 4. So it's this session, it's the new human experience, the identity map, and then it's the recode. I can't do the recode with you right now because I need to set the foundation. I need you to see what you don't see. I need you to understand where you're going. So then we can do the recode. Because otherwise, I've done the recode in the past with many people, and they see the benefits, but they don't have the full understanding. So that's why I want to get people into this journey to the recode. What is it? Regarding those 5 people, does it mean me plus 5? Yes, you plus 5 friends all together. So it's you plus 5. So that means 6. So we will be invited to the session after session, payments each time. Yeah, each module or each step requires an investment. Please let me know start time on 12th of September. It's on the page, to be honest, I don't remember. But it's 12th of September, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. UK, which is 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Central European time. Did you choose 12th of September on purpose because it's the day after new moon? No, I had no idea. That's when I decided to do it. I know astrology is important. I know numerology is important. But I don't study them. I don't know them. I don't use them. And every single time I do something, it turns out that it is in line with whatever the astrology or the numerology says. It just comes from my alignment. Did you, okay, will you email link to the recording? I will email you link. You will receive, not me, but Alex will email you the link to our platform, and the recording will be inside the platform. So you'll have to register inside the platform, and it will be free. And I think it will be available for 7 days. So you'll have plenty of time, but don't leave it too long. And the reason why we only give it for 7 days is because if we leave it for longer, people don't watch because, oh, it's there. But if we give a specific period, then go, oh, I have to watch it now. So we want you to watch it, and we want you to get as much out of it. And that's why it's for 7 days only. Do we get a link to those 5 people? You will get a message once the payment is done. You will get a message, and in the email, you will get a text that you can copy and paste and send to your friends. And they will be able to register on the platform with the link you will receive in the message. Yes, indeed, perfectly. How much time in between each of the 4 sessions? I think let me look. So the identity map is scheduled for 26th and 27th of September. And then the what I call seeds to gifts, that's the Recode program, but seeds to gifts don't mean anything to you right now because you don't understand seeds and you don't understand gifts, but you will in the identity map. That will start on the 6th of October. And that will be a session a week, a weekly session to recode in a structured way. Okay, the confirmation email. What do you mean? The confirmation. So if you didn't receive it in inbox, it could be in spam. So please check spam. I don't have link to the platform, only what's up and email with the link to this session. Reply to us to that email, send the response and say, I want X. You wouldn't have had the link to the platform because the session is not in the platform. The session is live now. So Alex will have to take this, upload in the platform, and after it's uploaded, then he will send an email with the link to the platform. Congratulations on taking the first step. Congratulations to me and to you as well, because we are in it together. I haven't received, no problem. Please write to us. I can't help you now because I don't know what happened, but Alex will sort out. I don't really enjoy tech much, to be honest. Is it okay if I email tomorrow? Yes, please email tomorrow. I can't hold my eyes open. Sure, absolutely. Congratulations. Thank you. No problem. What is the difference between taking private sessions with you and going to this group thing? It's a good question. The group is structured and it's developed based on my observations and my transformation. There are 23 origin seeds which mess up with you. But you'll understand that in the identity map. And the program is structured to recode every single one of these 23 seeds. So it's a already planned journey, but within each session is like today. It's based on the participants' needs that it gets adapted. With the private sessions, it's 100% specific to you. You might have a karmic relationship. You might have a karmic contract or some links that are not good for you, or some curses or some specifics which are not covered in this structured approach. And they require specific sessions, private sessions, one-to-one. People, so far, the way I worked with people was in one-to-one, and there was no structure. Every session was based on whatever they wanted or whatever they experienced or whatever was just coming up. Was the program, it's a journey that I created, and that's it. Usually and the clients from the private sessions, they join the program because we didn't do everything. We did whatever came up in the private sessions with them. So a combination is ideal. Obviously, it requires more investment. Um, okay, thank you. Good night to everyone. Good night. Received the email now. We thank you for your recent purchase made. Okay, so there are two emails. There is a transactional one, which is exactly what you received, which is like automatic from the platform anyway. And then it's a delivery one where you have the information about the session and the text for the people to join, etc. And those are like written by us, and they don't come together. So maybe it takes 3-4 hours, even longer, to receive that one, because this new platform, it has a funny way of sending emails. It doesn't send immediately everything. Good night. Good night to you too. In which language besides English and Romanian would you feel secure enough to provide private sessions? Only these two, only English and Romanian. Perfectly. I will log off. Yeah, if you want to leave, thank you very much. You're dismissed. If you still have questions, let me know. If you want to tell me what that meant for you, what did you get out of it? That would be amazing for you. Because as I said, it's the first time I'm doing this, and I could do with some feedback. What did you get out of it? What sticks with you? It was amazing. Okay, specifically, what was amazing about it? How much does your private session cost? Let's speak in private about that. Send me an email, and we can have a chat about it, because it depends. I prefer not to use. I can do one session, but usually I prefer to do a month, like a block of 4 sessions, because we can resolve a lot in a session, but there is always something else, and I prefer to have a more complete transformation. I'll keep listening until closing. Thank you. Feel much more peace right now and sleepy. As I said, normally I sleep very bad. Thank you. Okay, so everybody else that you're still here, I am done, but please tell me what you got out of this. Thank you for the experience. Good night. Uh, okay, specific. Anything specific? Hard to tell yet. Okay. Oh, did you have any aha? Did you hear something new? Did you go like, oh, I can change this in my life? You're very welcome. It got me to look at money as something I do not actually have. This was my aha. This was new. Okay, super. Thank you. That's so many of these different ways of looking at so much. I'm still discovering today, and I'm fascinated. But I find it all interesting. Sounds logic, the old way, the new way. I see it. Good. That's the first step, to see it. That's what I wanted you to do today, to see the difference between the old and the new, to want the new, of course, if you want the new, and then to see what's the structure. We go into more details. I have had experiences like what you have had, but had no idea how it happened. That's wonderful. Well done. It doesn't have to be in one way. It could be in any way. Every person is different. And I keep saying to every single of my clients, I say to them, I want to be your guide or your mentor, whatever you want to call me, until you don't need me. That's my goal, because you are on your own and you master all the tools, all the new way of thinking, and you can do it by yourself. And you can do it like me or in your own way. Okay, so we've been 1 hour over. I say the same to my clients too. Thank you. Have a good night. Thank you too. I've been working a lot with development and have realized some of it already that pushing is not the right way, yes, to achieve goals. Absolutely. And so sounds positive. It changes if changes are possible. Yes, absolutely they are. I didn't get that. I was not ready to be greater than my version yet. Oh, I didn't know that I was not ready to be greater than my version. Oh, that's your aha. Super. Thank you, Emma. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, guys. So, I now understand when I had money, I thought I would feel happy. I didn't. Why I still feel empty? I didn't know probably why I still feel empty. Because money doesn't give happiness, money just gives options. Happiness comes from within, the new structure, the new human. Okay, so I'm going to see you again for the same session in September. Please invite your friends. It's going to be the exact same thing. And the more, the better. The sooner, the quicker we can change the world. And then I'll see you for the next session, the new human, and then the identity map and the recode, whoever wants to continue with me. Thank you, everyone, and have a good night's sleep. Enjoy. Bye.